welcome with the reading for the Divine Feminine for this week. It's we went through the solstice portal. We created a lot of new things. We went through the 0 point. A lot of healing has been done. So it's time to have joy and to celebrate. Healing is being done by the reflections that you saw from the outside. What happened to you from the outside? Let's say that the environment from the outside that attracted some situations in your life that that was triggering to see if you healed those situations. And I would say, congratulations, Divine Feminine. You nailed it. You did it. You healed it. You didn't care. You didn't give it attention. You know, there was no trigger in it anymore. So when you know that you don't get triggered by certain situations anymore, you know that you healed it. And how amazing is it? So you can leave that behind and you can move forward. And this new, because the universe is saying, okay, you did it. We're proud of you. Next level, you know, so you're going to the next level. And next level, what is in store for you next level? You burned away everything what doesn't serve you anymore in your life. If people get disrespectful towards you, you know, you put up your shoulders and you give your boundaries and you say, out, you know. It's easier for you to speak your truth now. So, and what is, yeah, wow. Divine Feminine in your mind, the waiting game. So it could be two things with this card. It could be that you are waiting on something or someone, that you're waiting for someone or someone to come your way, or that because there is something that needs to grow, or you you get stuck in a loop. So there are multiple things that you can think about. You know, those roots have to take ground. You know, if you look at the time, it's so beautiful. I had this timer. This looks very familiar for me. So the roots needs to grow, needs to be strong, you know, the leaves need to grow, and that takes time. Trust needs to grow, the circle, and you see about circle around the time, circle around the sun. It takes time. Good things takes time. So that's in your mind. You know, I need to have time. I need to take time with this because something what's on your mind is too precious. You know, to just rush into it and say, okay, now I have it and I don't know what to do with it. Is this what I want? You need to be sure for yourself for when things needs to grow. And it was with the Divine Masculine also, you know, you need to have patience. You can't dive into something Yeah, I hear it needs it needs time, you know. There is something with the time. It could be takes 2 months, 2 more months. So don't wait. It is a waiting game. You know, the card calls the waiting game. And it's not a game. You don't need to wait. You need to focus on the things that you need to do in order to let things grow naturally. You know, to there are too many things than sitting and waiting for something or something that to come into your life. You can hold yourself in that period and say, okay, I wait it out for that person to come into my life. I will give it time, but you're not waiting. You know, there are too many things to do. You're not going to waste your time, you know. Yeah, waiting to die. Yeah. And you're waiting to say, you know, what's going on? No, you're doing your thing. You arranging. You are having your life, but don't wait. You know, it's there. It's already there. It needs time to grow, and that's you can give time, but you're not sitting and waiting next to the phone. You know, if you get an answer, or if you get if you get an app or whatever. This is interesting. They say, why should you contact someone if you don't have anything valuable to say? What is interesting about the line good morning, good evening? I'm not contacting people because I have a superficial thing to say. That doesn't work for me. So I only contact you when there is something exciting in your life or exciting in my life that I want to share with you. Otherwise, I don't see a reason to contact you. Because I know in my heart space, if we are friends or there is something going on, then it's okay. That you can live your life, I can live my life, and not waiting for a good morning or a good evening. You know, that's not this time anymore. We're not going to the superficial stuff. So that's what is going on with the divine feminine. So don't wait, you know. Don't wait. Make sure your life is a joyful one for you and for whatever needs to come in, you know. You know that there's a new growth going on in your life. You know there's a new growth or a new growth coming into your life that will excite you, you know, and go and do those things that is exciting for you. Okay, what is in the heart space? Triumph and success. In your heart space, you know that you are successful and that you are in that space of triumph, that you conquer something in your life that says, okay, I'm going for the success rate. I'm not going for a quick fix. You know, everything what takes time in your life, what takes time to grow, that will be successful. Because if you want to have fruits on your tree, you know, you have to wait a whole year, maybe 2 years, before it gets its fruits out. You know, it needs to grow. So when you know that in your heart, you know, everything is okay. So it's our mind that wants that quick thing, because everything needs to go quick, because everything what we think is what is quick is good. No, take time for yourself to figure out. For instance, if you want to go into a new relationship, give it time. You know, don't go overnight one night stand. You know, that will fade away, because that's not exciting. It's not about that. You don't know each other, and after a while, when you know each other and you have to find out that you are not that there is no compatibility there, you wasted your good energy. You know, you wasted your good energy to someone that maybe doesn't deserve it. So that's why take time. You know, say to the guy in your life, can you wait for me? Because I want to learn who you are. I want to know you. So don't give it, don't step into it too early, too quickly. Okay. So how does the divine feminine sees the divine masculine, or the environment she is focused on? Disruption. And it could be that that there is obstacles and challenges, that there are obstacles in the way, not to be able to come together. It could be that there are some challenges in your life, or there has been some challenges in your life, and that I know that there were some challenges going on for the divine feminine in the collective. And that healing was needed, and the triggers that you had were healed. So you can celebrate and have joy now, because the obstacles and the challenges are out of your way. So because you cut it out. You healed the wounds. You cut out what is no longer needed in your life. So if there is an obstacle coming in your life, treat it with excitement. You know, be excited that it's coming into your life. You can say, oh, interesting. Can I do something about it? No. Do I need to give it my energy? No. Then I'm not giving it any attention. Everything what is needed to be removed. Send it back to the universe. Give it over and say, I have peace with it. Does it do something in your body? If it doesn't do anything in your body, you know you're healed. And you can go celebrate and move on with the things that you wanted to do in your life anyway. Don't let it interfere with your life. Don't let it stop your life. You know, because if you look at it, it's big enough to make that leap of faith, or make a jump sometimes when this happens, we're standing still and we're saying, oh no, I can't, that gap is too big, you know, to make that leap of faith. And sometimes you need to say, you know, jump and run and see what happens behind you when you reach the shore. You know, sometimes you need to take that leap of faith and see it as a challenge. But when you're healed as a divine feminine, it's amazing. You know, then you know, okay, I'm not, it's not influencing my life anymore. So if you don't know, um, you know, what you can do about it, you can't do anything about it. Let it go. Let it go. It's not you, it's the other person. Know that. If it doesn't trigger you, it's something within that person that needs something from you. And most of the time it's your energy. So, because they don't want to see you rise. They don't want to see your energy. You don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you radiating, because maybe there's a time that can grow above you, you know? Don't give it any attention. So, oh, that was an orb. What is holding you back? What is holding you back? It could be that there is a disruption coming in your life, that something is disrupting your, when we talk about that, healing is also always coming into your life that disrupts something, you know, something, if something gets triggered, it's a disruption. Maybe you feel stuck. If you feel stuck, you know you need rest, rejuvenate, go into nature, do something creative, go for a run, you know, clear that mind. So let that energy flow. You know, if this happens, then your energy is stagnated. You know, then you get stagnated because your energy isn't flowing. So keep that energy flowing. So keep going, doing the things that you need to do, and work with it. And everybody does it on this on a different way. Some people go to the gym. I heard I heard a good friend say to me, to his girlfriend, oh no, I don't want to have sex because I want to save this for my workout in the gym. Well, that's also a thing to contain your energy, right? And then give it all the power and the energy at the gym. So everybody can make a choice in that. So how do you are so how are you doing this, you know, for yourself? How get you energy going and flowing? And we went to the solstice portal, so there's a new beginning coming in. Everything, you burned away the old and the new is here. Now there is joy and you can celebrate. So leave that disruption behind you, because if something gets disrupted, then you have it. Don't see it as a disruption. Don't see it as a challenge. Rest and rejuvenate, just like the divine masculine. That's that is your uncomfortability at the moment. So it could be that you need to go into nature, divine feminine, that you need rest, that you need to meditate, that you and it feels uncomfortable for you. Maybe it's the first time you start to meditate. Maybe it's the use you can't keep your mind quiet. You know, it's just a way of training. Let that mind be quiet. Otherwise, your ego starts to take over, and you know, there is a disconnection, and that then your whole life can get disrupted because you're not in that flow, in that everlasting flow where when you're going through that portal to the other side of source. That is what you needed. So the uncomfortability for the feminine in the collective is rest and rejuvenation. And what can support you? Memories of love. That will support you. Think about the good memories. Think about what is good in your life. Think about what do you love, you know? All these things, you can give it with a prayer. And in this case, they give it with a prayer and a candle to the water. So maybe, you know, that it's also the guard of, you know, getting your fire going. You know, make a prayer, go to the beach, make a prayer, give an offering. You know, let that love and the memories of love flow. And I think that is always a beautiful thing, because when you look back, for instance, to a relationship, you had a relationship for a long time, you loved each other dearly, and then something interrupted, then the anger comes up, but the love doesn't fade. No, the anger takes over. You know, and if you go on and on and on and on, and you go back and back and back and back, and you think about it, love is an energy that never fades. It's we say we love someone, but how do you love yourself? Did you love yourself at that moment in that time? Otherwise, if that was true, that anger wouldn't be there. You know, you would handle everything with love. You would accept somebody's shadow sides. But our ego is taking over and getting angry and frustrated, but also heartbroken. You know, we break our own hearts, or a heart opening. We open our hearts because that heart didn't feel anymore that we loved someone. And that love, when that is open again, you know that that love will never fade away. That love will always be there for that person, no matter how good or bad they treated you. You know, in the first actual moment, when there is a disconnection, there is no love. When there is ego or control, that's not love. That comes from the mind. But when you open your heart, and that heart is open, you know you love everything what comes your way. And if it's the past or the future or a new person or a new animal, why do we, feel right away so much love for an animal that is new in your life? Because it's coming from the heart. And I think we need to see situations and relationships the same way. So bring those memories of love and go back to those memories, so you don't get bitter and angry and frustrated and disruption. And yes, we need to heal from those places. We need to heal from that heartache, because loss is real. Loss is real. and you need to heal from that. Yeah. Okay. What is the creative action? What you need to take? Fertility, growth, heart space. Open that heart space and open up. Let the circle of life flow around you. You know, like a tree, grow. Don't stand still. Let everything go. Let it flow with everything you do. And let that fertility grow and flow. Because we still are in our prime. We still are in that energy that we can, you know, fertilize the earth. We can rejuvenate everything in our lives. But also, we can do the things to help Mother Nature bring in that new cycle, like this solstice, for instance. Everything is green, everything has new life, everything is in bloom. You know, it's full fertility we are in, and we're still growing. So if you look to the outside and you're connected with your heart, you know, everything will go in flow for you. And it's time to be joyful and celebrate. So what is your higher self saying? What is your higher self saying in all of this? Go to the light. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Also in this one. Yeah, go to that light, go to the sun, celebrate, have joy, let that energy flow. You know you're healed. You healed the things that you needed to heal. Now it's time to enjoy and celebrate. Because when you dive deep and you dive deep in emotions, and all your elements are completed, you know, you can go. And there's no other way to go to that light, where that source gives you the nurturing, the care, the love, the self-love that you need in your life. So that is for the divine feminine. So take action on the things that that you love the most, and it will light up and your life, and it will you know, let yourself be radiating. Maybe you need to try something different for yourself. And you say, okay, I always go to the gym, but now I'm doing something else, and that I could let go of a lot of stuff, and you healed a lot, and a lot that came up in letting your body work for you. And now it's time, you know, you're there, bum, healed, created new spaces, new life, new light. Go there, celebrate, have joy. You know, it's time of fertility. It's time that everything grows, that the new birds are out. You know, you can't think it that weird. So when you shine your light, you're attracting everything what is in your life, what is needed in your life. Okay, so what is the action that you need to take? Transformation. Maybe you just came out of a transformation. Maybe you need to set your some people some boundaries. I never set so many boundaries. But if I feel that people take advantage of me, oh, make sure that that boundary is coming up. You know, you always get the benefit of the doubt with me, because I handle out of love. But if you come with a kind of disrespect, you know, this energy comes out, then there is a transformation necessary if that comes out, you know. So that is what needed. We had a huge transformation behind us, and that's the action we need to take. If something gets us stuck and we're getting into in an energy that you say, okay, I have a challenge or I can't move, you know, then transformation is necessary to climb to the light. So you did the right thing, Divine Feminine. You transformed yourself. And you, oh, an orb again. And you keep on transforming yourself because that's what it needed. So what is the possible outcome for the Divine Feminine? I can't make it up. The universe. The universe. To connect with the universe, you get downloads, you get upgrades, and you connect with the universe. Everything what's not going well in your life, you give it to the universe. And the universe will take care of it. Just surrender, you know, with everything in our life. Just go from that heart space and don't think too much about it. If you want to have success and triumph in your life, you know, you need that connection with the universe. You need to be, or with God, or with Goddess, or whatever you want to call it. You have to surrender yourself and say, you know, if you are, if you get triggered by something or someone that wants to make a better choice, that's not up to you. You know, that's their choice. So heal from it. Heal your heart. Give yourself loads and loads of self-love. And before you know it, the sun starts to shine again for you. So that's my advice. Connect with the universe, because the universe has everything what you know you what it gives to you, what it needs to give to you. For instance, you come into someone's life. It's just an example. You come into someone's life, and that person comes out of a toxic environment, and they see that you are changing their life, and they have less and less grip on that person. Do you know what happened? You get the blame. You get blamed for it because they don't want you in its surroundings, because, you know, they still have the grip on him or her or on you, because you shifted and you changed. Your life opened up. So they want to get rid of you. They want to get rid of your life. They want to get of your light. They want to get rid of your positivity. They want to get rid of everything because you are changing that person. And that person can make a choice to listen to his family, go back in the toxic environment, say, okay, you know, I'm staying, I'm believing that my sisters, my brothers are saying this, my sisters, my brothers, and this, they don't like you, you know, let it go. Because there will always come somebody else that is vibrating on your frequency, that sees all the good in you, that sees it 3 times better than the people that had their eyes closed, that had their heart closed, than everything else. So the people that are seeing your glow, that are seeing your goodness, that are seeing your heart, could be even more family in your life than the whole toxic environment where you came from. So that is what your reward will be. That is your reward. So never say to yourself, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not this, I'm not that. Don't even go there, because it's not you. It's the environment, it's the light that you carry, it's the love that you're giving, it's the attention that you give to people unconditionally. And that is exactly why they don't want you in that person's life, because that person will do better. You know, they will do better in their life. So that's the light they can't resist. So let it go and say, okay, I know who I am. I fill myself up with the universe. I shine my light no matter what. And if that person isn't for me, then it isn't for you. Let it go, surrender, go back to the universe, go back in your prayer, love that person, let it go with love, and shine your light anyway. Because there will come people on your path that say, wow, I see you. I see your heart. And they make space for those people to come in, for better to come in. Okay? Well, this is it for the Divine Feminine. I will draw you a card from the Isis Tarot, the Isis Oracle. So let's see what Isis has to say for you, and celebrate. Heal, celebrate, give it to Source, and be content with your life. Don't wait. Patience is a virtue. Oh, can I read it? Let's see. The Divine Warrior is within you, helping you to continue with your worthy path, even during times of difficulty. When faced with a challenge, a true warrior will summon more of them, him or herself, will summon more of him or her itself. It might be bringing more wisdom, focus, and intelligence to surrendering to the divine. The warrior within has great inner resourcefulness and determination. Sorry, guys, I have my wrong glasses on, so the reading is really hard for me with such small letters. But it's the same what I already channeled for you. You know, give it over to the divine, that warrior in you, you know, of justice, of want to have justice and want to feel right or whatever. Let it go. Go to the universe and surrendering. It might be helping more with wisdom, with your focus, with your self-love, and surrendering it to the divine. And you don't have to do anything, because that warrior within you is helping to grow humanity to a next level. So your inner resourcefulness will be so useful for this world. You know, don't give people who treat you really badly, you know, any chance to do so a second time. You just say, okay, I see who you are. I see what you do. You don't even have to speak. Just give it, surrender to to the universe. And it gives you all the resourcefulness that you need to go through those challenges. Because if they don't see your light and they don't see your love, then somebody else comes your way that says, yes, I see you. And I see you guys. All the love, all the blessings. If you want a private reading from me, I have 4 slots available next week. Let me know. Go to the description box below and I see you there. Okay? All the love, all the blessings, and have an amazing week. Celebrate.